All right, well, let's talk about the HUD for a second. We're going to be looking for just basically following the flight director. We're going to be looking at the speed tape. I've learned a few things from off-sched descent. What else are we looking at, do you think? Like FMA, like engine condition, et cetera, or?
Uh, yeah, you're in a compacted view right here, which is why you don't have a tape. So your airspeed, right, is set to 141, your altitude for 12,000. So that's all good. And there's nothing really you can do with that right now. Your compacted view, by the way, is on your yoke,
Oh,
and
okay.
it's that big gray button there on the yoke.
Oh, I hate how I have to do middle mouse button. All right, this one?
Yep.
Wow.
So push it.
Oh, wow. What's interesting is I saved the new camera position
Yeah, it
as
shouldn't.
control 4, and then I go away from it, and it's shifted, and it won't stay in that position. Isn't that odd? That is really weird. I'm going to update the preset via chase plane rather. You know why? I just tried to do control 4 in P3D to set a camera view.
That'll do it.
It's not X-plane, people. Oh my gosh. I'm like, why is this happening?
Be
All right.
careful with that control 4 too, because if you haven't changed that, it's going to turn on your VOR idents, and you're going to start hearing the
Yeah.
constantly.
Yeah. So there we go. There we go. Now I'm going to update
So
the preset. All right. Go ahead.
we pretty much take off in the unpacked view like this in a full view with the tapes, but once we get on the ILS, we do land in compacted view. But anyway, somebody's talking about de-icing. Yeah, obviously we'd want to be very careful with that in snow conditions. We'll say that we're clean and we had a nice 2-hour holdover table. So we've been de-iced with Type 4 and safe wing 4 Type 4. We're good to go for a long time
There we
with
go.
this kind of, and you would be with real light snow like this.
Yeah.
Now, as a technique, well, you would spool the engines up to about 60-70%, check for vibration, and you'd come down to 50% and then toga in an icing situation.
Mm.
But for our purposes, it's just I'd spool up to release your brakes, spool up to hold them, come up to 50%, and you got a good even 50%. Hit your toga button, away you go.
Okay. All right. My parking brake is off, and a part of me just wants to go like crash this into the lake right now and just make everyone laugh. But I'm not. I'm going to try to do this by the book. I'm not seeing any percentage change. It's a little bit slow to respond here. There we go. 23.
Keep going. There you go.
All right.
Bring them about you're almost halfway up the scale there, or up the travel.
All right. I'm
there
toga.
you go, right?
I'm toga. Sorry, it was on delay. So.
Yeah, no problem. Your 50% is going to be right where the EGT upper left corner of the box is. You put that little index right there. That's going to give you 50%.
We're going to rotate here at V2.
At re-rotate right there. Rotate.
Oops.
Now your little flight path vector should pop up in your HUD.
Yep, there we go.
There,
All right,
there it
gear.
is.
Oh, gear up. There we go, gear up. All right, so now I need to follow the flight director.
Yep. Which really isn't giving you any
help.
It's not giving. There it is. There's the man. That should have been way down long before that. You're so light. That's the reason.
Oh, snap.
I just got hosted with the mosted. All right, how do we engage the autopilot? Just go like that. Boom.
Right there, autopilot.
And then gear up, or sorry, flaps up at this point.
Well, you'd be flaps.
Flaps. There we go.
Go to flaps 1.
Okay, flaps 1.
And now that you're between the 1 and the up bug, you go flaps up.
Okay, flaps up. 1 in the, okay. And then I'm going to, just for immersion effect, let's just, a little flyby.
Sweet. Beautiful airplane, isn't it?
Does have gorgeous lines.
Oh, such a gorgeous airplane.
Imagine if you could fly that in the real world, Tom.
Sure would be cool.
Clouds look good. Outside shot looks good. Let's see if we can pan around in our new view. Oh, yeah. You should not be outside of the plane during the critical phase of flight called takeoff, but I do it anyway.
I was gonna say, I think I see you do that every time, right?
Yep, exactly. Thank you, Live Fly Guy, for the host. I do appreciate that very much. Welcome aboard. We're just getting lessons from a Real World 787 captain, and also Mustafa, Real Sim World 787 captain. All right, we're at 260, so we're okay, but it shouldn't probably be going much faster than this.
That's what it would do. That's
Okay.
You're above 10,000 feet. It's going to go to VNAV economy climb
Okay.
based off
I like
your
that.
cost index.
I like that. All right, that 100 cost index is putting me. But I'm just saying, normally I don't want to be going 290 at 11,000, but I guess we're going to be able to manipulate the speed.
Well, no, you would I mean, whatever your climb speed, it's going to be somewhere between like 280 and 320.
I guess that's more important on approach. I don't want to be on approach at 290,
Yes.
1,000 feet from 10,000 is what I guess I'm saying.
Yeah, unless you're holding at 11 for a while.
Yeah.
Well,
why is there a dip in the VSD?
The books.
That's a good question in chat. There's a dip in the VSD.
Oh, that is interesting.
DMB. What was I saying? I'm sorry. I don't. When I'm doing my walk.
Do you constantly say that to yourself when you're doing your pre-flight walkarounds? Oh,
what a beautiful airplane! Oh yeah, it's just you touch that thing is just an amazing airplane. Knowing what's behind all that carbon fiber and making it work is. I'm not an engineer, but I so totally love the engineering side of this. But John, in the real world, it says when you're at 10,000 feet, you will accelerate.
Yeah. I'm thinking more about landing.
Right?
I was thinking more about the approach. I'm just so
Okay,
paranoid.
I see what you're saying.
I'm so paranoid of that 250 knot rule on Pilot Edge and VADSIM that I somehow associated it with takeoff. Well, hello. No wonder you're so slow in the conga line on takeoff, John Fly. You got this idea that
John Fly's doing 250 knots up to cruise.
Yeah. I've been known to do that before. Airbus doesn't climb very fast, and so sometimes I get distracted by chat and I go slow and don't climb very fast. But yeah, climb.
Okay,
yeah.
So tell you what, because I've got to get going.
Okay.
If you don't mind, let's turn right and kind of start setting us up on a downwind level.
All right. Let me just bring up the plate here, because there is some terrain over here. But we will turn right. So I'm going to go into heading mode, I assume, by hitting the select button.
Yep.
I wish there was a sync, a heading sync in P3D, but that's okay. All right, I'm going to go.
That's one thing that's cool in the Airbus.
Do they have a heading sync in the Airbus?
I believe they do. It slews right to whatever heading you're on.
Ooh, that's nice.
We keep ours updated in the Boeing all the time. You always want to keep it where your heading is, just in case they tell you to maintain present heading. You don't hit select button, the thing goes off to the left.
Right.
My SciTech panel is working, by the way. That's kind of cool. So I'm able to rotate the heading knob on the SciTech panel. I like that. Although for some reason it's in, like I can't go 040, I have to go 042, so I got to tweak that. But all right, I'm supposed to be turning base. How come it went around the other way? What the snack?
It's oh yeah, it did. You went beyond.
I'm gonna go heading 250.
Okay.
We probably are. Yeah. Okay, we're fine. Can I change the bank angle? Let's change it to 30 degrees.
Yeah, you can. The reason it's an auto right now is doing this because you're so fast.
Yeah.
That's why it's not rolling up.
In fact, I'm going to simulate that I am in on Pilot Edge, and I'm going to I'm gonna scale this back because at 2, we'd be on the downwind for this runway. We'd be at 210.
Of course.
Yeah. And if you need to go, no worries. I've crashed before.
Well, here's what I want to do is I want to get you. I'm going to show you how to extend that center line.
Oh, this is
Okay,
going
and
to be a serious lesson. Do you want to do this while I'm sick?
It's so easy.
Do it because I can always remind you, John, because I want to know.
Okay. Okay.
It's so easy, buddy. It's so easy.
Okay.
So I tell you what, let's
How do I
once you
slow
get
how do I
established,
slow
keep
this
turning.
plane down right now if I needed to? Because it's not slowing
Well,
down.
it should be because you are in speed. It's still in VNAV path. Yeah, that's the problem. It's in VNAV. I don't know why it didn't
Come out of there when I hit heading select.
Yeah, hit flight level change.
Yeah, that's not working. Oh, there it is. Now it's out of VNAV.
There you go. Now it's at altitude and it's pulled the power back.
Okay. And we're entering the right downwind for runway 16. Right.
Actually, what you could have done is I think you just push that IAS button on once you get your speed. That would have done it too.
I did do that to change it from IAS to Mach. I did hit that.
Yeah, but see if go down to the where you turn the speed up or down, the gray knob.
You're talking about pushing that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, pushing this.
Yeah, like the speed.
Oh,
of
like
event
this
on a-
like the
on a-
7.4 and the 7.7.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it push in or out?
It's
push
got
in?
a little finger, but I don't know.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
It's very, very faint, but it does.
Okay. Well, we could test it. You could go to VNAV real quick and then push.
All right, let's see if we go here, we go VNAV, and then all of a sudden we go here and push. Yep, it does it.
Bingo.
Is that like the real world or no?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and it says throttle speed. Yeah. Okay. Cool. And that's how you want to do it.
Okay.
And you can get around that by hitting flight level change if you're at altitude. And notice when you hit flight level change, it immediately went into the speed mode. And of course, flight level change went away right away because you were already at the altitude that you have set in the altitude select window.
So when I hit that button, I'm sorry if I missed it. Should VNAV be extinguished?
Yes.
And it's not.
Should
Okay, so that's
get rid of that. Just push it.
Yeah, it's not letting me. So flight level
to
change,
flight level change.
and then yeah, okay.
There you go. Yeah.
All right, we've been told to descend to 9,000. So we're gonna come up here to the.
Okay, so set your speed to notice it grab.
Oh, we're not going to
303
9,000. I got terrain. Hold on.
Oh boy.
So
We're gonna stay right here.
Terrain.
I'm actually gonna do a slight heading variation.
I think you're okay.
I might be
Actually.
okay. Yeah, this is the Bingham copper mine, and
But yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, you wanna start slowing to 250. You're at 303.
Yeah, I should be at 210 actually.
This is where it's helpful to know off the top of your head what your MSA is.
I'll go 250. Yeah, I'll go 250. Let's see how quickly it drops. Normally, if I'm on pilot edge, if I was in this scenario, I would definitely. Oh, IMC again. I would definitely be dropping some speed brakes right now, but we're okay.
Now go set your 9,000 in.
How come the plane's not turning? There it is. All right, we're gonna set the 9,000. Rotating this to 9,000. And then flight level change or.
Yep.
Okay.
Don't use vertical speed.
Okay, flight level change. And then I want to keep my IAS. I'll just do 230 for right now.
And you probably need a downwind heading now because you're getting kind of in touch.
Yep. So I'm going to go heading 3.6.
Okay.
Or
now,
sorry, 3.4. Sorry. Heading 3.4.
hit that ICAS button so we see the full nav display.
All right. You want ND?
Nope, ICAS.
Oh, sorry, ICAST. There we go. Boom. I kind of want to turn terrain off. It's kind of annoying.
You can do that. Just TERR below your range button.
Or I can just do it right there under the menu, right?
True.
Or the TERR. Okay.
The real airplane, you'd use the TERR probably because it's a pain to get over there. But anyway.
Yeah.
So, all right. So now, yeah, you get nice and slow, 230. This is a -9. So actually, I'd probably get ready to put out flaps 1 because I think you're you're okay. You're still above the up bug. We're so light. Okay, so here's what I want to teach you. Now, let's go ahead and make sure your 1/6 right approach is in there. I don't see any waypoints for 1/6 right.
I didn't put it in the.
So let's put it in.
Okay, going to Salt Lake City, ILS 16 right. No transition. We'll just execute.
No, do put a transition.
Oh, do
on.
okay.
Yeah, put the closest one for now. That's good.
Oh, oops. Hold on.
Yeah, hit that.
Okay, so ILS 16 right, Ogden, execute.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay, and since you're there, go hit your init.
Oh, down there, init ref. Okay, and then do the probably approach.
Exactly.
Okay, so we'll do flaps 30, and we'll put 30 degrees, 132 knots.
Perfect, and that should be defaulted into your already, and it is. If you look at the lower left of your tape, your airspeed tape on your PFD, it shows you your flap setting, and it also shows you in your HUD, I think. Pretty sure.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay. Now.
They want me at, well, no, not yet. Go ahead.
Okay, so go to your FMC. Go to your legs page. Scroll to darn near to page 5, next page. Okay, we're going to extend off, go previous page. And we're going to extend off of, let's use Euphemy.
Okay.
So grab Euphemy, line select Euphemy.
All right.
Yeah, there you go. Go to legs page 1. So just hit legs.
Okay.
Now, hopefully this will work. There's a little bug in this when you're on vectors, which is a pain in the butt. All right, so try to put Euphemy up there at 1 line.
On top of vectors?
ASK, yep, right on top.
Okay.
All right, it didn't do it. You should have a course, but I'll tell you what, go ahead and hit at execute anyway.
Okay. Computed top of descent is before top of climb. We can clear that out.
Yeah, clear that out. And you're looking good. Just keep doing what you're doing.
All right.
On heading and altitude is fine. So let's go back to that FMC.
Back to FMC. I'm going to slow down to 210 though, just so we have. I'm not rushing it.
Go to flaps 1.
Flaps 1.
By the way, in the airplane, flaps 1 only extends the slats. It doesn't actually put a flap down at that.
Okay. I learned recently that the 737 even has slats. I didn't even know that.
Yep.
All right, back down to the FMC.
Okay. Let's grab Beehive.
Beehive.
And put that above Euphemy.
On top of Euphemy?
On top of it.
And it didn't.
Sorry, yeah.
It didn't move Euphemy down. That sucks.
Dang it. See, you should be getting
on
6 right an intercept course.
And
it does work most times. Erase.
Erase?
Yeah, stay on the FMC.
Erase. Okay. Oh, that's handy. I'll have to remember to erase.
Yeah. Now let's grab it. Let's try it again. Grab Euphemy. See if it'll do this.
Okay, Euphemy. Legs
Put it
page.
right on top.
Boom.
Right on top.
It does have an intercept course.
the course. The inbound course is what, 164 for the localizer?
164. Yep.
Put that in there. Type 164. Don't execute it. I want to show you something.
Kind of do I do that over here? Yeah. I'm using the
You have to
oh,
use
I
you're
gave it to
using
him,
the
didn't
FOs.
I? Yeah. Okay, 164.
Put it in there, but don't intercept it. Look at your nav display.
Should I execute it? No.
Not yet.
No.
Okay, back down to the nav display. All right, change the range.
You notice that dashed line
I do
going
see that
all
to
the way out
euphemy.
from euphemy? Now execute.
Execute. Okay.
Now what you have is a white line extending off of euphemy. So you can go out beyond euphemy, turn to a base leg or in a 30 or 40 degree intercept, 30 usually, and you can arm VNAV or LNAV. And guess what? If it's modeled right, it'll actually intercept that beautifully rather than chasing that localizer.
Whoa.
Ooh, that's cool.
Whoo,
Yeah,
doggy
sweet.
dog.
That's how we do it in the real airplane.
That's how we do it. That's how we do
You
it.
extend that so now your active waypoint is always ahead of you as you're coming inbound on the approach and will automatically update to the next waypoint as you cross over the top. That's how you do it in a.
There we
I
go.
don't know why it just put in a freaking. Why did it?
I put in
a
flaps
procedure
5.
Turn.
Oh, I
No,
didn't
no,
put.
no. Why did it put in a procedure turn?
Oh, I see.
That's for the missed. I bet you that's for the missed approach.
Maybe I'd have to look at the plate. Should be a blue line though.
I'm slowing to 180.
Yeah, on the yeah, you're right, because on the VSD or whatever it is, you see the blue line coming up off the other end of the runway.
And actually, you know what? I'm going to go on a vector because I think I'm going to cut that ILS too tight. Let's just go out this way for a bit. That water looks fantastic right there. He said wrong inbound on the should be reciprocal ?
No, 164 is your inbound on that.
What's that?
I was just saying we're landing on 1.6. So
oh yeah.
Is the inbound, yeah.
All right.
Flight level change. Pull the power. Sorry, flight level change will in the real airplane will pull the power back to idle. If it doesn't, you pull it all the way back to idle, and then you'll see hold, which means you've got the throttle, and you should come down at whatever speed, whatever vertical speed it would do for the given speed, weight, configuration that you're in to answer X-Plane Pilot 123's question.
It looks like it got rid of the euphemy. You're right. It did. It got rid of the euphemy.
It should not have done that.
Yeah.
Go ahead and try it off a beehive.
All right, let's go beehive. Enter again. Course. -01, it's saying. I want to type in 164.
That's totally bogus.
I don't know how you fly that.
All right, well, we're gonna do this manually. I like the concept though because I think I can do that in the some of the other aircraft.
By the way, when you're in the 7.3, the 777, the PMG D, no problem. It works beautifully as advertised. So that's some of the things in here they need to work on. They don't have everything modeled exactly the way it should be yet on the FMC.
I'm sure they've got 150 things in line, and they just have to prioritize which ones they're going to tackle first. And then they also have to keep in mind, they're now balancing development for the new simulator probably, because you can only afford so many resources for support and update and features versus new development, because your cells have, from the initial release, have dropped, obviously. So, yeah, we're lucky to have what we have is what I'm saying. But all of us want more, but we're just lucky.
Tail West, it wouldn't be the reciprocal in this case because it's an inbound course to that waypoint. So it's not a radial, it's an inbound course, just like it says inbound.
Like a localizer.
CRS, yeah. So it wouldn't be the reciprocal in this case.
All right. Now to arm the localizer, do I still do it the old-fashioned way and just hit like a loc button or no?
Yep. Hit your. It's FAC
LOC,
/ LOC.
FAC. Okay.
Yeah, FAC. It's a cool thing in the 777. It's called. I'll think of it in a minute. FAC is final approach course. We can shoot non-precision approaches like ILSs with that.
Can you have the loc enabled and still do a flight level change? Yes, you can. Okay. All right.
Now here's the problem. You see how that flight path vector's going all over the place up there?
Yeah.
That's total bogus, man. That they don't do that. You'd be throwing up. Even the pilot would be puking if it was doing that. Well, maybe not that little, but you know what I mean.
All right. Can I see whether or not a loc is coming in here on the HUD?
Take a look down at the.
Oh, I see it now, I think.
Yep. See, you have flags. You have a glide slope flag and you have a localizer flag, okay? So you don't want to hit that button till you have those flags. Now you can hit your approach button because you're intercepting the localizer. In other words, you're established safely at the proper altitude on an approach segment of the approach, inbound on the approach, I should.
All right. So DME 18 out. I'm not going to drop my gear till about 10 out or 11 or no?
No, you drop your gear when you have 1 dot, 1/2 to 1 dot on the glide slope. That's how we do it in the real world, unless we need to get.
What do you mean by that?
Take a look at your glide slope. You have the center dashed line, meaning you're on glide slope. You have a dot and then another dot. Right now, the diamond is on the second dot. Yeah, right there.
Right there? Okay.
Right your arrow. Right there. Okay. When that diamond gets to that next dot, lower your landing gear, grab, and then start configuring your airplane for final approach.
Okay. Wow, that's valuable. All right. I'm probably going a little bit too slow for this far out, but.
No, you're actually 170 knots is where you want to be approaching the final approach fix. So, you're a little bit out, but I like it. I'd rather be a little slow further out than too. Yeah. Especially in this airplane, it's very hard to slow down.
Yeah.
It's so slippery.
I'd rather see. Well, yeah. So that dot's now starting to slowly drop down. Offsked says he drops his gear 2,000 feet above touchdown zone elevation. Landing right now. I'll be up in a little bit, yeah. Okay. Just save it for me, thanks. Bye.
Yeah, when we were doing the full motion level D down in Vegas in the 737, they taught us the same thing. When you see the glide slope come into that second dot, lower gear, go full flaps.
Okay, I can go gear down now.
Not yet.
Oh,
hold on.
I gotta wait a little bit before it's below that dot.
You get 1 dot. One dot.
You're still at the top dot there.
Oh, I got disoriented.
Yeah, it hasn't even started coming down yet.
Okay.
You're still you're 12 miles from the airport, so yeah, you're still a ways out.
To the real life pilots chatting, thanks for spending time with our community. Really appreciate the knowledge you were sharing. Absolutely, Brett Sand. Yep. So gear at final approach fix. That's a question.
That's too late. Because you're at 1,500 feet, and we have to be stabilized at 1,000 feet, which means you have to have fully configured for landing at your approach speed and your throttles, not at idle, but in the normal approach throttle, if you will, position. So
this seems
on an IFR approach, you can wait till 500 on a VFR, but not on an IFR approach.
Okay, we're only 9 out and our gear's not down.
No problem. Hang in there.
All right. Oh, here it comes. Here comes the dot.
Yep. Here it comes. So get ready.
Okay. So that's 8 out. All right, dot, gear down.
There you go. Gear down.
Okay. Now I can put my final approach speed.
Start rolling your,
all my
roll
flaps.
right back. I want to show you something really cool about this too. You put that,
What? I forgot my
roll
final
that
approach
thing.
speed. Was like,
Look at your V ref. See where it says ref?
oh, there we
Put the
go.
bottom
It's
of
like
that
130
flag
something.
right on top of ref.
Holy cow. Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. Right on top of ref. Oh, that's so
right
cool.
on top. No, go up. You got to go up.
You're on
5
delay.
more
You're on
knots.
delay. I hope.
On delay.
Okay. I think I need to do additional flaps here because we're only at.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go to your 30 flaps. You might as well. You're below the speed.
Yeah, just go all the way.
Okay. Are our spoilers and everything armed already by automatically and all that
I
good
don't think so. You need to arm your spoilers.
You do need to arm them, yeah.
I think that's shift.
Shift
nope.
/ changed it.
Yeah, there we go. I almost went full spoilers. All right. Here we go, boys.
John, run your airspeed up 5 knots. You want the bottom of that flag on the top of the.
On the top of the VREF.
Yeah, not over the top of it, on top of it, like sitting on top of it.
Down one, there, right there.
Okay,
that's
thank
5
you.
knots. That's what you want.
Can I get rid of the HUD? Hand fly
I don't
it?
know why you would, but yes, of course.
Are you crazy?
Sure, get rid of the HUD.
No. I want to watch the HUD. I was just asking the question for future reference because
it's. I mean, we use it, and we would probably be in compacted mode because it's really full of a lot of stuff right now. But you're close enough to land, and I just leave her just where you at. Notice you're landing 3. Everything looks great.
Should I disengage the autopilot, should I just
go ahead?
Do you do that with the? Can I do it with the trim wheel? No, I have to do
no,
AP disengage.
Well, you shouldn't do it there. Just push the.
Too late now.
Okay.
There's a button probably on the joystick.
Yep.
Okay. She feels like an Airbus almost. She's pretty stable. Although this PMDG, it's on rails a little bit sometimes.
Very stable airplane in real life. Super.
I'm starting my flare right now because it feels like I'm going to slam.
You start the flare, believe it or not, in this airplane at 30 feet.
All right, we're down. A little off center.
Not too bad. You want a few more degrees nose up. You would have had.
Yeah.
Nice.
Not bad for a student pilot. Do auto brakes automatically go back? Yeah.
Well, you didn't set your auto brakes.
I did. I set them to RTO.
No. We never.
It was a test question.
We didn't do the checklist.
Yeah, we didn't do auto. We didn't do any. No. You guys just knew I was going to grease it. You're like, you don't need no auto brake. No, we were kind of in a hurry, time crunch.
In the real airplane, I don't use the auto brakes very often for landing. The reason is
pull your reversers out, John.
Okay. Oh, there we go.
And if you want to retract your spoilers automatically, John, all you got to do is push the throttles up. Actually, in the real airplane, it's the left one.
Oh, it does it in the sim too.
It does.
Whoa. That was cool.
Doesn't work for flaps though. You got to grab those manually.
Yeah. That's pretty fantastic that I don't have to do that whole shift / or whatever. Or I could be lazy and I could bind it to a button.
Yeah. Now let me finish my point. In the real airplane, I don't use the auto brakes unless I've got certain conditions like really bad crosswind, or if I have
snow,
of course, any kind of rain, even a wet runway.
No.
But if it's dry and everything else, I'll use manual brakes because of the brake temperature issue I was talking about, and the fact that 70% of the slowing power comes from the reversers in these huge engines. It's not like a 7.3 where you don't get a whole lot from the reversers. You get most of your stopping from those reversers. Full thrust reverse. It's amazing. This thing slows down so fast. And that way I can keep I don't hardly have to use my brakes at all on most landings. So really helps with some of the longer taxis. Guys, I got to go. Really enjoyed it.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Cheers to everybody.
It's huge. Huge thank you.
Fantastic.
Hope to talk to you very soon. Say sorry to your wife of 40 years.
Yeah.
Tell her
I
the
got
adoption
the
is
guy
an option.
earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, the adoption. Yeah, she'll go for that. Mustafa, y'all guys take care, and we'll catch you again later.
See you, Tom.
Sounds great, man.
That right there is that's a rare opportunity. Whew.
Yeah, that's so awesome when we get to experience that.
Yeah.
Simmers.
What I didn't fully realize, and I loved having you here, Moose, is I kind of dismissed the whole idea that this guy's a simmer as well, and he's flown this plane, and I kind of want, okay, we need some simmers here because the simisms are gonna jack us up, and sure enough, we jointly discovered a few things and learned a few things, but he's a rare treat because he's a hard, he flies this plane in the sim and he knows some of the simisms.
Yeah.
And
Well, and that's what I appreciate. I've discovered this about people in the airline profession. There's the two different types. There's the guys that it's their job, and so when their job is done, they want nothing to do with anything besides their
which
job.
is I
It's their
respect.
job.
That's fine.
And it's
Whatever.
perfectly normal, and that's fine. And in fact, I know a guy that goes to my church that's like that. He flies for Southwest, and he couldn't imagine trying to do simming after whatever. And then there's the guys that just can't get enough of it, and so they do their job and they do the sim and they love doing. And Captain Tim is one of those guys too. The guy that I have on my channel, the 7576 pilot. And so he has X-Plane, he has P3D, he's simming all the time, and he comes along our flights with me, and so I get to get an experience from him.
Yeah.
Things that are the differences in the sim to what's in the real world because he's seeing both.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this doesn't do this, but that's okay because it does this, and it's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I've got I haven't talked to Tim at all. I'd like next time I come in your group, I might introduce myself because I haven't had any conversation with him whatsoever.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's got a great sense of humor too because he comes off as kind of ornery and very sarcastic, but he's got a good heart.
He is verified, right?
Oh yeah, he's verified.
Okay.
I've yeah, in fact he was at Expo the last 2 times. In fact we've hung out a number of times. And
did I
I've
not
seen his
meet him?
badges and his hat and the whole thing. I don't know if you did. He was a lot of times.
He maybe
avoids
me because
yeah, maybe.
he's seen a few landings.
He goes, oh, I can't help that. But
yeah.
Yeah, so he'll be at Expo.
Hey, that was me.
Yeah,
Coming at you from the corner.
That'll be very, very cool.
Yeah, so I'll make sure to introduce you.
Well, that was just like, I'm gonna have to rewatch the VOD to completely absorb all what we just took in, and I have a strange feeling that he will actually come back, and he will he'll teach us more.
Oh, I'm sure.
I have this feeling.
I
got a feeling.
Yeah.
That tonight's not the first night of the QualityWings flighting. But anyway. All right, I got to go as well, Mustafa. Thank you so much for coming by. And if you ever need anything from me, let me know.
Yeah, no, thanks again. It's always fun to come on and be a part of your streams. So,
yeah,
I appreciate the privilege as well.
I love it. All right, thanks, guys. We're off to see another gentleman that we love. See you guys soon.
Yep, going in. Oh my gosh, hey guys, going in the map to find the ILS frequency. Oh boy. And then Karma, you would cross your fingers, the sim would not crash when you hit cancel, right? Because there was like this notorious thing coming in. Well, speaking of notorious things coming in here, we have John Fly hosting with 126 viewers.